As some of you know, I was laid off in September 2023. And since then, I've hit some amazing highs, but also some embarrassingly low lows in my life. While making an effort to get a job in tech again, I thought, why not share a realistic date in my life as a laid-off developer? For those of you who don't know, I was a front-end engineer for over 5 years, and in late 2020, I made a switch to developer advocacy, also known as developer relations or DevRel. And I must say, as much as I love DevRel, I do miss being an engineer, and I just miss building things with code.
That's exactly why staying up to date is crucial for developers, especially in today's economy. By the way, shout out to DataStax for sponsoring this video. The support keeps the channel going strong and allows me to continue creating content like I do now. Now let me tell you about something super exciting from DataStax. They're hosting a live demo on January 24th, which is a big deal for anyone into JavaScript and wants to learn more about AI. During their live stream, they'll be creating a Wikipedia chatbot application in front of you using their new data API, LangChain.js, and Vercel. By the way, this is more than just a demo. It's a window into the future of AI and web development. If you're keen to keep up with the latest trends or even just curious about where tech is heading, you don't want to miss this. It's the kind of event that can redefine how you approach development. So make sure you're there or at least check out the details. Events like this are what keeps us at the forefront of tech today. And make sure to check out this free event in the link in the description below.
Now, the first thing I do every morning is take a look at what jobs may be available in the job market. In the past, I used to use Indeed.com, Monster, you name it, but LinkedIn is just so much better now than it used to be. After sending a few applications, then I prepare for interviews. Now, there's this one change in my routine that's made a huge difference. With the amount of time I spend making YouTube videos, creating podcasts, and just brushing up my technical skills, I'm pretty much stuck on my chair all day. And over the months, this can really wear down on you. Like, that feeling of being stuck in one spot sucks. But here's when things took a turn for the better. Fortunately, a couple months ago, Valencia Seating actually gifted me this chair out of the blue. Now, just to be clear, they have paid me nothing to say any of this. It's just been such a relief to have it. Half my time coding and just working on stuff now happens on this chair, which is kind of embarrassing to say, to be honest. I appreciate the small things, like being able to comfortably watch Netflix or catch an NFL game while coding. These chairs are seriously comfortable. And I mean, I've got these Italian leather sofas at home, but ever since this chair came into my life, I barely spend any time on it. What I love the most is the control these chairs give me. I can recline back, fall asleep, adjust the headrest to the right angle, and even charge my own phone with a USB Type-C lightning cable. So yeah, it's a small part of my daily life, but when you're constantly bouncing between job applications, new content, and learning new tech, it's the small things that really count. Today, I have 2 interviews via Zoom. One of these will be in the DevRel space and the other as a front-end developer. Now, what I do like to do before interviews is do a little bit of research on the company, which is honestly rule number 1. When you're interviewing, you want to know the product you'll be working with, or at least do a little bit of research and do the bare minimum of that. That way you will show the recruiter or hiring manager that you're actually interested in the company. Now, talking about interviews, they can quite honestly be exhausting. The amount of preparation it takes for every interview. One job interview required me to have some basic skill in Angular, another one in React, another one more focused on Next.js, while another company wanted me to be better at SQL. And then you do all these interviews and they don't go through, and it just doesn't work out, which is mentally draining and exhausting, not to mention the amount of time I have to put back into leak code. And it makes you sometimes wonder, should I still move on to tech?
I'm seeing nothing worthwhile here.
What am I doing to actually get hired? I think it's a little different than other people. I am not focused on just being better at React, just being better at Angular, or better at Python and SQL, but better at actually building things. So how do I do that? I recently built something with AutoGPT, and I built it to research anything related to my next YouTube video. For example, let's say I make a video on tech layoffs, or I make a video on the new AI technologies coming out. Well, I use AutoGPT to actually do that research for me, give me the reference links, so it would lessen the time it takes for me to create content for you guys so I can continue trying to find my next job. Now, what I'm building may not apply to my next job, but I actually enjoy what I'm building and can thoroughly explain how I built it and why I built it, which I think is very important when it comes to showing the hiring manager that you actually like to code. That, yes, I may not be the master at React, the master at Angular, the master at Python and SQL, you name it, but I can actually build things and get shit done. Now, back to the video. Being laid off has been weird, especially in our current economy in the USA. I remember 2 years ago receiving job offers left and right, and I mean almost immediately, it felt like. There was a time when I would receive 3 job offers in 2 weeks, but that is no longer the case. Now, don't get me wrong. I received 3 job offers since I've been laid off, but all of them required me to work in the office, which I am no longer willing to do. Remote is for me. I have been robbed in San Francisco 3 times. I'm not willing to move back to San Francisco to make $220K plus a year and risk getting robbed again. It's just not me. And it honestly, it was a bad experience. I don't want to move back there ever again, or to New York. Now, one interesting change that I've noticed compared to 2 years ago when the economy was great is that recruiters are not fighting for me as much as they used to. And what I mean is, it feels like being ghosted is the new norm in tech. The amount of technical interviews that I've passed, and then recruiters just not responding to me for weeks at a time or not at all, is astounding and very frustrating, because the amount of effort we put into these interviews and then having these recruiters no longer respond to you has happened more often than not. I guess I understand why they may do it, but it seriously sucks. But this has pretty much been my day-to-day thing since being laid off. Now, I'm very fortunate that I don't need to work to survive. I'm very fortunate I have this YouTube channel. I'm very fortunate I have a side hustle, but not everyone is in this position. I know a lot of people who are struggling who can't get a job despite having 10 years of experience. Maybe it's because we expect to get the same salary as before, or maybe there's just not as many jobs as there used to. It's hard. Am I discouraged? Yes. Will I give up though? No. I love working in tech. I love my job. I love to do this for the rest of my life, and I'm gonna keep doing it. Anyway, I hope y'all like this. If you guys want to see more content like this, please let me know in the comment section, and I'll continue to do more vlogs. Anyway, I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.